Welcome to another moderately useful video. Today we're looking at this little Olympia Coffex, also known as Maximatic in other markets. This particular one is from 1988, and as you will see later, it's in pretty good shape for its age. Now with that said, it needs a little bit of maintenance and cleaning and whatnot, so we're going to tackle that. So I was pretty lucky because most of the accessories came with it. I have two baskets, a simple and a double, a portafilter that's in reasonably good shape, a dosing spoon, a little temper, but it's really not great, kind of like the one from the Euro Piccola. That's the other basket. And this little knock box from Switzerland, like the rest of the machine. As you can see, it does work. It does pump hot water through the groove head. There's nothing really visible on the outside. The buttons work. They have a nice click to them. Pretty good. And it even came with a manual. I might scan it and put it up online if anybody's interested. It's fairly basic. The flow is pretty good. Now if you look closely, there are lots of scratches. The chrome is in good shape overall. There are no rust marks, but lots of spots, lots of really little scratches. Definitely a little bit dirty. I don't know how it's been stored, but you can see grime everywhere. So we're also going to take care of that. After cooling down the machine, I'm opening the boiler, because that's the first thing you need to remove to open it up. You can probably notice that the gasket is in really rough shape, and it turns out this whole cap is pretty much shot, so I have to buy a new one. Much better, but not perfect. I guess it doesn't matter because it's on the inside. And that's how you open it. There are no screws holding the side panels to any place in the machine besides that big nut on top of the boiler. It's very handy. There's also a built-in water tank for the heat exchanger. This is the pressure stat. It's an old school mechanical one. A lot of people replace them. Here you can see the pump. There's a little bit of rust. The orange stuff is actually foam that's used as a dampener to dampen the vibration of the pump. It's also pretty old, so I'm going to replace that. And you can see the bottom of the boiler here. So I did make a small mistake because I kept the tank full of water. And the reason why I did that is because this particular tank is very, very tight in the connector and it's hard to remove. And also I noticed there's a couple of hairline cracks at the bottom, which means the tank also needs to be replaced. However, they don't really make those anymore. You can buy a stainless steel replacement. They're about $300 US. So I'm going to try to salvage it. And here I'm just draining the tank into a bucket. Here I'm using some spare silicone tubing to use this jug of water as a temporary tank where I'm going to put the descaling solution. We're using the usual citric acid to do that. One thing not to overlook is to add descaling solution to the steam boiler as well, because they're not physically connected. The heat exchanger runs through, but it's a separate circuit. So if you don't descale your steam boiler, you still might have issues. Same goes for the heat exchanger inside. So here I've considerably reduced the volume of the video because the sound of the pump is pretty unpleasant. But in person it's pretty loud. And I'm going to be running this solution for quite some time until the water on the other side is clear. And after that, I will run 2 rinses with clean water without descaling solution in it. So here it's almost done. The water is clear. You can also taste it. You know, you put a finger into the water and see if it's acidic. If it is, you continue flushing. This takes quite some time. Overall, I think it probably took me at least 45 minutes and quite a few liters of water. The steam boiler was pretty hard to get clean. And actually what I did is fill it with water, let it boil, then let it cool down, then drain it, as opposed to running the steam. First of all, because it's a bunch of acid and it's not super pleasant. And second of all, because you get much better results if you're able to drain the whole tank. There's usually a little bit of silt and stuff at the bottom that you want to get rid of anyway, and that wouldn't come out through the steam. I have another video coming up where I take the boiler out and remove and replace the seal, and we'll see the results of the descaling. And for now, I think that's it. I understand it's quite a long video just for descale, but this particular machine is quite complicated because of the two boiler situation. Well, it's not actually two boilers, but the fact that the heat exchanger does not connect to the steam boiler at all, and that it's two separate water circuits, makes the descale kind of an annoying process. Now with that said, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of this. Bye.